Services, BASH, Sandons Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's a live look at the Bahamas Tonight, coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. After trending down over the last several months, period over period, inflation is now going back up. Tonight, we take a look at the categories of items being impacted. Also, investor confidence in the Bahamas is looking strong. That's according to the Director of Investments at the Bahamas Investment Authority. We hear what's been attributed to this success. And police being kept busy with several serious crimes in the capital, including another murder at a motel last night and a firearms arrest and drug seizure. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones, and this is the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Welcome to the broadcast. After being down just a few months ago, period over period, inflation is up. A 0.5% increase was recorded for December 2024 when compared to November 2024 and follows that decrease calculated last year, October and November. The major increases by group included health by 3.4%, furnishing household equipment and routine household maintenance 2.7%, and miscellaneous and goods at 1.4%. However, alcoholic beverages decreased by 0.9%. Bahamas National Statistical Institute officials indicate that the Consumer Price Index remained constant from the same period last year. For that same period, gasoline and diesel recorded decreases of 2.9% and 3.6% respectively. When compared to the same period last year, gasoline and diesel declined 3.3% and 16.5% respectively. Good news from the investment front tonight as there is a surge in investor confidence in the country. The Bahamas Investment Authority credits this success to its three-phase strategy of increasing promotions, efficient facilitation, and its newly implemented aftercare unit. Director of Investments Felicia Woods-Hanna appeared on last night's edition of The Rundown with Clint Watson and credits the more effective ease of doing business to the public's feedback.
We really got started with the boots to the ground and going to public and consulting them on what are the impediments, what frustrates you when you come to the Bahamas Investment Authority. You have to have broad shoulders in order to understand and really help and create an ease of doing business in our country.
The investments director pointed out that when heads of agreement signing ceremonies go public, that's the end result of many months of firm negotiations and research.
We look at the national investment policy. We assess the capacity locally to deliver on certain items, certain components of foreign direct investments, depending on the sector that the investment represents. And then we make sure that we continue to restrict those industries so that our domestic investors, our entrepreneurs, are able to benefit. And of course, first, those entrepreneurs that are currently on the islands in which the investment is proposed for.
Tonight, a plea to build up and not tear down, to be stronger together. The Prime Minister's solemn advice that coincided as another family here in the capital grieves the loss of a loved one who tragically took his own life last evening. Another story of despair and regret, but one the nation's leader seeks to buffer with hope and encouragement. Our Devontae Hanna picks up the story from here.
Well, Royson, increasing cases of apparent suicides, homicides, and other violent crimes is an increasing burden for many seemingly worried about the impact of societal pressures and economic stability. And Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, is no exception, to the point that last night he made a call for unity.
The time has come for us to stand together, not just in crisis, but in everyday life. Look at the person beside us, not as PLP, not as FNM, not as someone from this constituency or that one, but as a brother, a sister, a fellow Bahamian with hopes and dreams just like ours.
On the listening end of those words, the Congregation of the Church of God of Prophecy's 98th Biennial National Convention held under the theme, The Homecoming, One Faith, One Family, One Future.
Pray for a young man who is struggling. Speak life in the young woman who is lost. Reach out to someone who needs guidance. And above all, let us start seeing ourselves in each other. Not as strangers, not as enemies, but as family. Because if we do that, we will not only change individual lives, we will change the future of our nation.
That fight, that more urgent, considering just minutes later, around 9 p.m., police say a 46-year-old man was found hanging in a bedroom in his Royal Palm Street home. As morticians moved the victim's body into a waiting hearse, it brought to light the alarming 33% increase in suicides when compared to 2024, and a plea from police for those in assistance to simply act.
If you are struggling with any circumstances, if you're having a hard time, reach out to a trusted friend, a pastor, someone where you can confide in and see whether or not they can render assistance to you.
Meantime, while the country has so far seen a drop in homicides this year, the nation's chief says he's not minded to celebrate, as one life lost is simply too many.
Behind every statistic is a mother who prayed over her son, a father who worked to give him a better life, a community that had hopes for his future.
Well, as mentioned by Prime Minister Davis, the focus is now on the future, how society can help guide youth away from the paths of self-destruction and violence. Authorities tonight are urging anyone struggling with mental health challenges to reach out to the available support networks and seek professional help. Now, if anyone you know displays suicidal tendencies, here's some tips. Be there and listen without judgment. Help them and keep them safe. Help them to connect with the relevant channels to provide assistance and follow up with them by staying in touch. Royson?
Thank you, Devontae. Senators gave their approval for the mid-year budget, passing it in the Senate Wednesday. Government leader and Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, wrapped up debate by providing clarity on some financial concerns raised by the opposition.
As we continue with our debt strategy, we want to be able to reduce the cost of our debt and manage it, and manage the maturities. And the Prime Minister did say that part of our goal is within the next 2 to 3 years to return to investment grade. Part of that part of that process of returning to investment grade is to be able to demonstrate to the markets that you can actually go to the market and raise money.
Well, ahead of the wrap-up, the Attorney General gave a laundry list of reasons why the Bahamas has done better under a progressive Liberal Party-led administration. He also touted the successes of the judiciary and what lies ahead. Our Fern Carey has that story.
The Judicial Infrastructure Project, along with the implementation of key pieces of judicial legislation like the Court Services Act, will help to reform the country's justice system. That from Attorney General Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder during his contribution to the mid-year budget debate in the Upper House on Wednesday.
We opened the new juvenile and family courts on Bernard Road, setting the stage for our wider court complex reform project and the expansion of specialty courts in the country. We will soon begin our work on the new Supreme Court complex, and the first step will be the demolition of the Rodney Bain building.
Senator Pinder also detailed notable achievements at the Office of the Attorney General over the past 6 months.
We have concluded our consultation on registered land, maybe one of the most extensive public consultations and professional consultations that has happened in this country. And the associated legislation is also completed. In the coming weeks, we will conclude any revisions to the bills we've received as for comments, and we will take it before Cabinet, and we are going to table it, and we're going to debate it in this place this fiscal year.
He also addressed the issue of climate remuneration.
In global tax reform, there is a place for environmentally related taxation and remuneration. Why is that relevant? Because if you can get in a global approach recognizing that those countries who pollute the most have certain tax obligations. Some people call it a carbon tax, some people call it an environmental tax, but it's a tax regime that taxes those polluters.
The 2024-2025 mid-year budget was passed in the Senate. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Still to come, an early morning stabbing incident under investigation. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
New at 11, an estimated 153 pounds of suspected marijuana worth just over $306,000. One man and 3 women between the ages of 20 and 74 are in police custody tonight. Drug Enforcement Unit officers made the find shortly before noon today when they conducted surveillance of a delivery truck in the area of Fire Trail Road, eventually leading them to a residence on Shamrock Close. Once there, officers approached the truck armed with a search warrant and presented it to the occupants, who confirmed ownership of the delivered boxes. Officers then searched the boxes and discovered the large quantity of suspected marijuana. An investigation continues in that matter. Here in the capital, police have another homicide investigation on their hands after a man was stabbed to death sometime after 2 o'clock this morning. Smith's Motel on East Street South, the scene of the crime. It's there that responding officers discovered the victim on a stair with apparent stab wounds. Emergency medical services personnel confirmed the man had died. Anyone with information regarding this incident should contact 919 or 911, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991, 2 or 3, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Meantime, officers attached to Operation Black Scorpion, a joint operation between the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, seized a firearm and ammunition around 11:30 a.m. this past Tuesday after executing a search warrant at a residence on Australia Avenue. The apprehension led to the arrest of a 26-year-old man and a 24-year-old woman, both of whom are expected to be charged. An investigation into this matter also continues. Some outstanding issues affecting the day-to-day operations at the Harbor Island All-Age School now being addressed. Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell confirming that education officials met with the school's teachers and administrators about 2 weeks ago to get an update on the issues presented.
We were advised, for example, that the female bathroom had some issues and the water was not on. I'm advised that that was repaired. The teachers also want to see a bigger staff room because the school has grown, and so we're also working on that.
The education director also verified that teachers' confirmation letters have been issued. Additionally, the 4-classroom block building is near completion, and the replacement of several teachers is also a work in progress.
advised by physical plan that it has not been turned over as yet, no certificate of occupancy. And so once that is received, then we will be able to, put the students in those classrooms. And so it's looking good, but it's not completed. We also had one or two teachers who would have left the school, and so the teachers asked for technical and vocational teachers, at least 2 or 3. And so we're in the process now of identifying officers who are able to move to Harbor Island. In fact,
over the past 15 years, marriage officer Delano Carey has officiated the marital union of hundreds of Bahamians at about 30 secret venues around the capital. Known as one of the youngest marriage officers in the Bahamas, Carey says he's thrilled to see the number of Bahamians sealing their love with those sacred marital vows on a budget.
We do small weddings, but we actually do big weddings as well. We do anything from 4-person's wedding up to 300 plus. So we've been doing all sizes. We also started to more focus on the small wedding, of course, because of COVID. And it seems as though even though COVID has left, or it's not as big as it was, persons have still been running after the small wedding and going for bigger honeymoons. A lot of persons have to live after the wedding, so.
Carey says what's even more interesting is the fact that couples are opting to have their special day on weekdays as opposed to the traditional Saturday wedding.
So rather than getting married on a Saturday and a Sunday, which would always be hard to get, persons are being married on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday. So any day of the week now, persons are getting married, and you can save a little.
Are your kidneys okay? The pressing question and theme on this World Kidney Day. These powerful, vital organs have the power to make or break one's quality of life. A local kidney disease specialist gave our Daniel Dean some worthwhile advice tonight.
Most people have kidneys come in pairs, have 2. About 1 in 500 to 1 in 1,000 persons, live birth people have only 1 kidney. 1 kidney can usually take you through life without any issues unless you get a specific kidney disease.
Several factors increase the risk of developing chronic kidney disease: older age, smoking, obesity, protein in the urine, high blood pressure, and then there's diabetes, which in the U.S. account for 40 to 50% of kidney failure.
And when you compare people with kidney failure who need to go on dialysis or get a kidney transplant in the United States, the ratio of Caucasians to African Americans is 1 Caucasian for 3 to 4 African Americans. So it's a disproportionate disease in terms.
Kidneys, the 2 bean-shaped organs, are tasked with filtering blood volume, removing waste, regulating fluids and electrolytes, and producing urine. But the patients at the Dialysis Center Bahamas unfortunately cannot say as much.
This here, 3.5 is the amount of fluid that she has to take off. That's 3.5 liters of fluid that she has that has to be removed, and it's removed over a period of 4 hours. So she has 46 minutes left in her treatment. The flow of the dialysis flow of the fluid is 600. This is the temperature of the machine. This is the amount she has removed so far. That's 2 liters, almost 3 liters of fluid.
Nurse Fernandez says despite the circumstances, one element she enjoys most about her job is the camaraderie.
Most of the patients, this is their outlet. So we form, it's like a family. We know them, and we get to talk with them, and they share their experiences, and we get to see them get better every day because they're here with us, for almost the rest of their lives, I must say. But we're like a big family.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Thank you, Danielle. Eugene Stewart has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Eugene?
Competition and rivalry is continuing to heat up in track and field action. We've got this and more coming up in sports.
Were
here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Welcome to your Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Here's your lineup for this thankful Thursday. Well, day 2 continuing to heat up for the 31st edition of the GSSSA Track and Field Championships. Our Charles Fisher was trackside at the opening ceremony this morning and files this report.
A baton that was exchanged within the various schools coming through the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium to start the festivities. 31 years and going strong. A sea of green. No, it's not the Comets of Queens College, but the Raptors of C.H. Reeves. The AFL Tiger ready to roar. Combined school band from the various schools serenaded the audience. Officially opening the meet was Dominic McCartney Russell, Director of Education.
This championship is not just about getting the gold. It is about the amazing journey. Athletics offer expanded pathways to physical and emotional health, academic success, leadership, discipline, and self-improvement. May you surpass your highest expectations and soar to great heights. And so with that said, and with this baton, I officially declare, on behalf of the Honorable Minister, Glenys Hannah Martin, I declare these championships open.
Day 2 of the action continued as these young athletes prepared themselves for an intense 3 days of competition. Following the opening ceremony, a very close neck-and-neck battle in the junior division between the defending champs, the C.H. Reeves Raptors, and the S.C. McPherson Sharks. The final standings in the junior division after 2 days: in 8th position, the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves with 141.50 points. T.A. Thompson Scorpions in 7th position with 147 points. The L.W. Young Eagles finished in 6th with 306 points. The F. Adley Tigers in 5th with 370 points. The D.W. Davis Royals, they finished with 459 points in 4th place. In 3rd place, the H.O. Nash Lions with 483.50 points. The C.H. Reeves Raptors finishing in 2nd place with 643 points. And celebrating a long-awaited victory was the S.C. McPherson Sharks with 679 points. Track and field head coach Nikita Sears-Knowles praising her young, talented athletes.
We told them how close we were and what we needed to do. And they maximized on all of those weaknesses. Eternally grateful for all of the hard work from our whole staff, our whole team. It's been a long road, but we are very grateful.
In beach soccer news, the Bahamas men's national beach soccer team redeeming themselves against Team USA by winning 3-2 last night at the Malcolm Park Beach Soccer Facility. The Junkanoo boys gave Team USA their first loss in CONCACAF Series play. Members of the squad giving remarks on their performance.
Whole team effort, everybody contributed from the staff, every single person made it happen, prepared the team, and the team showed resiliency. Coming back, we were down 1-0. You know, a strong USA team, but we defended our home turf and we came out with the win. Told them, guys, believe it's gonna be, things are gonna come through. It's gonna happen. And now, all that work, they see like the keys turning and things going their way. So I think it's good. Now we gotta just take the momentum, see the things we can correct from this game, and get ready for tomorrow against Trinidad.
I mean, before the game, we talked about creating chaos because the USA, they're very technically good, but if we put a lot of pressure on them, they'll break down.
So my mindset was just to go in there, go hard, and try to steal the ball for the score. So losing is never easy, but we try to focus on the next fight. And I think we took time out to reflect on what we did wrong and what we could improve on. And I think that showed today, so it was really good.
It's good as a start. And from here, we just moving forward from now on. So yesterday was yesterday, today is the new day. So we start our campaign today. So moving forward. Fans is we home, so we expected that. That's what we wanted, and they keep pushing us. They shout, everybody, cowbells, so everything ringing. So it motivated the team to go and push harder, and that's what we did tonight.
And that's been your sports check on this Thankful Thursday, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned. We've got weather when we return.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
Covering the news seems easy, but we put thought into what we're doing. The Bahamas Tonight Access Now, here to inform, educate, and entertain. A new type of newscast featuring social media trends, news from around the islands, interviews with the people you like in our communities, sports, weather, and fabulous entertainment. That's a Bahamas Tonight Access Now with Marlena Leonard and LaDon Davis. 7:30, Monday to Friday. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Scald your pan, stir up, don't forget now, this is medium rare.
The competition heats up.
We ready, we got this.
7 teams chef it up in the Z&S Culinary Food Challenge. Who has the best taste?
This is edible. This is edible.
Join us at 6 p.m. this Friday, only on the Z&S Network.
What does disability look like? In a busy airport terminal, at the check-in counter, at security checkpoints, or even in baggage claim? Passengers with hidden disabilities often go unnoticed. Globally, 1 in 7 persons have some form of a disability. 80% of those disabilities are non-visible. In an airport environment, workers are often unaware of hidden physical, mental, or neurological disabilities that some passengers live with. This can lead to frustration and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free Sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. We have one frontal system on the way, which moved to the south of the area. There's a second one heading our way. That's going to move into the area on Monday afternoon. It will bring with it some showers along the frontal boundary, but once it goes through, we're going to see some chilly temperatures heading in the early part of next week. Now, your temperatures around the islands this evening: Marshall, Abaco, Greenville, Key, and Freeport at 71 degrees, 74 in the Berry Islands, Allenstown, Bimini at 76 degrees, Harbor Island 77 degrees, 71 in Roxanne, Eleuthera, and Allenstown, Cat Island. Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space on Andros reporting 73. Now we pick up some more 71s in Rumkey and San Salvador, Georgetown, Exuma at 72 degrees, 72 also at Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and in Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana 71, Ackland 76 degrees, Matchy, Tiny Nagua 79, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 76 degrees. Your forecast tonight, we're looking at mainly clear and cool with the low temperature around 63 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. Pretty nice weather tomorrow. High temperature reaching up to 82 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, beautiful weather will be with us right through the weekend. But come Monday, frontal system comes in. We'll have some showers in the early afternoon, possibly even a thunderstorm as well, which would be of an isolated nature. But those temperatures will drop in the 60s. So we'll see some chilly weather as of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Things start to climb as we head into Thursday of next week. But just before I sign off, if you happen to be up late tonight, well, there's going to be a total lunar eclipse, which begins at 11:59 tonight. It will peak at around 2:58 in the morning and ending at 6 tomorrow morning. So go out there and enjoy if you happen to be able to stick around later on tonight. Royston.
Well, make sure you catch that lunar eclipse. That does it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.